Hello everybody, this is Juiciest Games, and welcome back to a Crossout Discussion video. Today we got ourselves the Doll Children Part 3, and oh my god, there are some awesome things going on right here. Okay, first we're gonna look at the cabins. First we got the Sputnik cabin. This thing is basically an epic version of the buggy cabin, which gives 11 energy to the vehicle. Basically, you get a fast build with 11 energy. Next up is the Voshok 21 cabin, which is a rare cabin that gives 10 energy points. It's probably gonna be a decent all-rounder, a little bit faster than the Jawbreaker, but it costs 1 energy, of course, to trade for that speed. Then you can probably either use a Wyvern or a Bear cabin instead. Those will be really better, but I think these things look so awesome. Next up, the big juice, the Apollo generator. The legendary generator that adds 4 energy units. When destroyed, it explodes and deals severe damage to everyone nearby. You can only install 1, but this means yes, 16 energy is confirmed, guys, and this is gonna be amazing. This part, I love it. I mean, to clarify to you guys, I actually sold my Reapers. I'm gonna use them for materials and stuff like that when this update drops, because there's so many cool things out here that I actually think I don't really need a Reapers, and I actually kind of use more of these parts. And this faction is gonna have 3 legendaries. A unique legendary module that, upon activation, instantly reloads all weapons and modules, which is the Quantum Recharge Accelerator. So basically, you got this thing, we got the Apollo, and if I go back to news and go to the Dawn Shooter Part 2, I'm gonna open it and then click back on the tree. We got ourselves the legendary Tesla gun and TB3 Spark. So this faction is gonna have 3 legendaries. And I think that's really cool. Next up is the Doppelganger Micro Factory, which is a rare module that contains spare parts and modules for instant assembly of small mechanisms. Increases the number of launchers of any drones and turrets. I'm gonna assume this thing is not gonna use any energy, so basically this thing is gonna be a drone ammo pack. It looks like it's gonna be 3 by 2 by 2, which is pretty decent. It's smaller than a epic ammo pack, and actually it's the size of a small fuel barrel, so it's actually a pretty small size. Well, for example, the Quantum Recharge Accelerator is exactly the size of a large ammo pack. Well, here we got our monster. 2, 4, 6 by 6 by 2 in size. This thing, you cannot hide it. You're gonna have to put it behind the cabin instead of underneath it. Although, that said, that also fits in terms with the hovers. Hovers, you're gonna have to put the modules behind the cabin and put the cabin in front, or at least in the middle. You cannot put the cabin in the rear anymore, sadly. But with that amount of speed, you're not really gonna it's not really gonna matter that much. But taking this all in consideration, you can get 15 energy with a quick cabin. 15 energy with a quick cabin, guys. It's gonna be insane. 16 energy also. They just gave us a huge boost to firepower with that 1 extra energy point, because we can, for example, mount 4 Spectres, or even 2 freaking Mandrakes, guys. 2 freaking Mandrakes. That's that. We also got our Neutrino Scope, which is the same size as the normal scope by 2 by 2 by 2, which has its epic part. It has 2 zoom levels, and it highlights targets, basically. Everything inside, it's gonna be like a super radar part, which will highlight the targets. Probably gonna have some kind of circle around it if you, for example, played World of Tanks or the arcade mode of War Thunder, which is the most easiest thing I could think about. But you get some kind of circle around the enemy. That's either that or just like radar targets. It's gonna be what's happening here. We also got something where we do not have a picture from just yet. Aegis Prime protective field. A unique epic module which creates a spherical projectile field that absorbs any damage from rapidly flying upwards and energy bolts. Basically, that means we got ourselves a shield generator, guys. We can get a shield bearing support class now. Protect your allies with those shields. And oh my gosh, if you guys remember my 500 subscriber special with the big with the war train style thing, combine that with shield generator protecting 2 players at a time, and then in terms have that extreme firepower from 15 or 16 energy. This is gonna be insane, guys. This is gonna be insane. I'm already in love with this faction. I mean, I loved the parts that came out with the Steppe Wolves, but they're nothing compared with this faction, in my opinion. I mean, what if we just recap? Just quick recap. What do we got for this faction? What do we basically get? Start at number 1. We got our hovers. Hovers are fast, epic parts that can strafe. Basically, they're the best lightweight wheel parts. Although there are the size of small wheels in terms of length. So you can put if you have a 4 long frame, so basically 4x4 frame, you can mount 4 of them on 2 on each side already. On top of that, they are capable of hovering over allies, enemies, and very difficult terrain. That means wedge builds are not going to be a problem anymore. There's the downside of these things. These things only have 185 kilograms, if I'm not mistaken, of effective tonnage. So you're gonna need the most of the tonnage you're gonna have will come from your cabin. Cause even if you have 8 of them, it's gonna be like 1500 to 1700 effective tonnage, and that's hardly enough even just to carry 1 train plow before slowing down. So you have to stick to lunatic armor with these things, or possibly nomad, or I don't know how heavy related these parts of the from the Dawn Children are gonna be. If they're light enough, you can use those as well, but I would recommend stick mainly with parts from the lunatics. They also got we got ourselves a new wheel set. Not really too special there. Then to part 2, we got a giant shotgun weapon basically. It's gonna be effective against multiple targets at once, but less against one solid target. Here we got a plasma gun, which is probably gonna be a good alternative to a autocannon. Same with this thing. And then we got this small new Gatling gun. This Gatling gun is going to be pretty damn powerful, although it has very limited range. Well, these ones are going to be, again, probably going to be pretty good at the range, with like autocannon style, and this, again, giant shotgun. And then the biggest juice, the epic cabin with 11 energy. And yeah, this thing is just the most important thing of the update, the Apollo 4 generator. Also, for you guys that already know the Apollo, yes, the Apollo was a part that was in open beta, the closed beta, and older. It looked different back then than it does now. They actually created an entire new model for it by the looks of it. But in return, back then we only had up to 11 energy on the cabins, so we had a trucker, and we were looking forward to a Carapace as a replacement for and also jawbreakers replacements for the trucker cabin, because everybody was kind of getting tired of the trucker cabin. Instead, we also got a reload module again. We got an module ammo pack, and this new scope, as well as the another big thing, the shield generator. I am looking forward, of course, mainly to the polo, then the new cabins, of course. I still working on getting literally every cabin in the game. I sold a few of mine back when I needed some money to get the 2 Reapers, but now I'm not really limited by that. To be clear, with my Let's Build videos, I'm not gonna spend any money on epics just yet. I want to save all that money so I can get these new parts here as quickly as possible, and I can cover them with you guys. Anyway, that said, I will thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, find something informative. Please comment down below, which part do you look forward to the most? Anyway, this was the Cat Games, and I will see you guys all later. Bye bye.